Yo, what's up? This is EXP. I'm getting them 100 G. Yeah. It's all good. What's up? Just making sure. Okay, there we go. I gotta do this one switcheroo thing on my PS5 for a moment, and then where's that logo? There it is. What's up? Yeah, I still gotta get that USB hub thing. Because my laptop only has like so many USBs. It only has only like 3 USB slots, but Miss Jinx, what are you doing back there? Yeah, what are you doing back there? uh, heart in the corner, huh? Wait, heart in the corner? Where? Let me see. Oh, in the corner of chat? Oh no, I get what you're saying. That little heart that's right there on that right side. It can, here, I remember like, you go to like streams and you see that sometimes, and it's like, sometimes for me, it does kind of get in the way of seeing certain things or whatnot in the chat or what. Miss Jinx, stop. I'm gonna have you go upstairs, Miss Jinx. All right. You're gonna be playing around with that stuff in the back. She likes to go near the TV a lot, so. Yeah, block stuff in right conditions. Like, yeah, it just. Whoa. That was loud. Yeah, that scared you away, huh, Miss Jason? The TV went, and she like running like. It keeps you away from them cords and stuff, right? I have stuff covering the cords, so they're okay, but still, she likes to hang out around there. So I make sure to keep an eye on her so she ain't trying to pull anything. This is gonna make the music a little low. I sometimes I will not play music, but just for anything, I might still have a little background music. But I like to lower it. So we'll just give a moment and just chat for a little while. Let me see if I can just hang here and chat for a moment before I get started. I mean, there will be times where I might even just do like a chatty stream, but it'll depend on like who. Well, I don't know what am I talking about. I mean, look, any and every streamer can do a just chatting stream, or a just chatting stream where you're hanging out and chatting with your viewers and subscribers. So that stream I don't mind doing that, especially if I were to have like a stream where I'm like, oh, I'm just chatting and hanging out, and then we talk about different things. I mean, that's like the general thing that most streamers do, and I'm willing to do it as well. There's sometimes I might like want to chat for a little bit before I start playing a game. If I'm doing like a game stream, I might chat a little bit. It's not a problem. So let me just get that. Yeah. So yeah, that hard thing and stuff, it can get in the way. It can like block some things. I guess that's their way for getting people to do, because Facebook has that where it doesn't really have it in the way that I think the YouTube chat has it. It's kind of like a separate window or something, but it's not like it's in the way. I think. I believe so. It's been a while since I've been in like any like Facebook streams or Facebook live stuff. But I believe they don't have that issue. But yeah, I think the way the YouTube done it is kind of weird. So before we, get a plan, I want to address at least some message in the chat and just have a little chat for a little bit, a little hangout for just a little bit before I get started. I'm not in any rush. It's an opportunity to get in chat with, a little bit more with you, Haseo, or like anybody. So let me see your message that you did right before the whole thing with that one thing and that the heart thing that's kind of in the way. It says one of your messages says, "I've been thinking. I think the next step from the characters that add weakness types and ignores them would be a character that allow others to ignore them, at least to some degree." Right, because we know Zhuyi, she has that capability of bypassing like and ignoring any weakness type, correct? Like she can add and ignore weakness types. If my understanding is correct about Shui's kit and build, and then like and then Silverwolf with her skill, she just applies a randomized weakness to an enemy. So like she might apply the quantum weakness that which she has, or she might apply like a different weakness, as I've come to understand. I'm so glad I got her, man. I'm just glad. I've been wanting to get her, and I'm glad I got it. Just kept pulling, and now I have her, so I'm happy about that. But yeah, like yeah. Okay, yeah. So Shui ignores them, but Silverwolf adds the weaknesses. Okay, yeah. So Shui doesn't add weaknesses and ignores them. She just ignores them completely. Gotcha. But Silverwolf, she adds the weaknesses. Yes, that's correct. Silverwolf adds the weaknesses, but Shui it just flats out ignores them. So it doesn't matter what weakness they have. She can weakness break them, which is great. And I think about that. I look at that and I just say like, Shui could really help benefit if I have. I don't know. She could be a great benefit for what's her name, Shu Shang as my main DPS, because her ult and her skill really depend on weakness broken enemies. Right. Now, Ron May make breaking weakness faster, stronger, and more efficient. Yes, she does. She helps add more break efficiency. So, yeah, you were able to cause more weakness break damage to the meter. To the weakness break meter, you're able to add more impact to it than you were if you were just normal without her. So, yeah, that's what she does. I mean, I don't have her. I wasn't able to get her, but if I were to have her, I would have been able to pull that off. Yes. Now, going back to what you previously said, and yes, she does do that. Yes. You're pretty much saying stuff that I didn't know about Ron May. Yes. Because I think I read it a long time ago. I said that she gives more break effect. She adds more break efficiency for the entire team. That's what she does. She's like the break efficiency type character to want to build more break efficiency for others. Like, she's break efficiency focused. That's what when I read her kit a long time ago, that's what she was. That's what she is. So, if I would have had her, which would have been great, I would have definitely had more break effect for all my allies. Because testing her out was fun. But, yeah, if I had her, man, I would get that. But anyway, so back to what you were saying earlier, you said would be a character that can add weakness types and and ignores them along with allies. In other words, makes it to where others can ignore other weaknesses. Like, in other words, they have some sort of, like, either it's an alt or a skill. Well, maybe an alt, where they're able to cast something that causes all the allies to ignore whatever weakness break the enemy has. That would be tight. It could be an alt or skill. I would say an alt. Then all the other characters, they can break effect the enemy regardless of what weakness they have. That would be tight. It'll allow us to bypass that rule. Because it's like, rule of thumb, you can only break effect or cause break efficiency to an enemy that has the same similar element type as that character does, or element weakness to what that character has. But then I would have been like, okay, well, let's break that. Let's defy that and have a character that does it. Could be a harmony alt. There we go, like a harmony alt with high cost. You know what? We're about to go to Penacony, and the Aeon of is it the Aeon of Harmony? Is that governed by the Aeon of Harmony? I believe so. I'm wondering if any of the new characters that will be introduced will have this capability. I would love that. I mean, because I don't know about all the... I mean, they already showed us all the different characters that are going to be introduced. But it would be great if any one of them has this. Wouldn't that be fun? That would be great. It would be someone who's of the Harmony path that could do this. Though, yes, it would have a high cost, of course. And what that cost would be, yeah, that would be a determinant for them. So I think that would be excellent. I don't know if they will, to be honest. I don't know if they will. But I'm wondering if you're not the only one that's suggesting that to them. Because remember, I'm sure they're listening. I'm sure they're watching, like, people posting on Twitter. People are probably, who knows? What if some people are suggesting that? After seeing Shui Yi and then Ruan Mei's capabilities regarding break efficiency, being able to bypass weaknesses despite not having that same element type. Just think of, like, maybe people are out there probably saying the same thing. Why not have a harmony type path character with an alt that's capable of giving all allies, maybe including the character themselves and the allies, the ability to break any weakness? That's got to be a really good 5-star. That sounds like it would be a 5-star character. Do you think? What do you think? You think this probably be the working of a 5-star or a 4-star character? The way this sounds like, this could be a 5-star potential character. Because if it's of a high cost, I think they would probably put it in a 5-star character, which means you only have that one chance. You only have that chance to get them, and then you have to get them later on. But yeah, there we go. That's what I thought. 5. They got to be 5-star, because that's a big one. That's a higher value than a 4-star character. For that to be able to be on a 5-star character is much more higher value than that being in a 4-star character. Then it's just like, okay, well then I got this 4-star character, so I guess I'm going to depend on this for. But then it's like it just appears like a high value move. So 5-star would be the correct direction. Ooh, if it was a member of the family or someone you could get. Oh, what if it was one of the brothers or sisters of the what's his name? Son, what's his son something? What was his name? The guy with the wings on the hair. Do you remember his name? He appeared in the trailers and he talked about the family, how his sister is also like a pop idol, like she sings. But it sounds like he's in charge of the family or something. He's making it sound like it's very peaceful. It's harmonious. I can't remember his name. I'm just trying to look him up right now. Sunday. You have Sunday and Robin. The brother and sister. Now, I don't know if they're... Well, I don't know if anything has been... I don't know. I don't know either. I don't know if anything... Well, we don't know exactly what path they take. If it's... I wouldn't be surprised if it's Harmony. I mean, because that's what the fan worship is, Harmony. So... Or the sister might be Harmony. Runmay's technique battles start in Similar Universe. It's fun. It's fun. Awesome. Because isn't there like something cool with Ron May's technique in that SU where it does something? It does something awesome. Because you have Ron May, right? I know you got Shui Yi, but I think you got Ron May, right? From what is, because I remember, because yeah, it sounds like you have her. I don't, but it's okay. Huh, interesting. Looks like the music stopped. There were more songs in there. I don't know why it's acting like I ain't no other songs. Yeah, you have her. Congratulations. Dang it. No, just kidding. Nah, it's fine. It's fine. I'm happy with Silver Wolf, and now I got Shui Yi, so it is what it is. So I guess that one ran out. Okay. Just a sec. Okay. Yeah, just giving myself a couple minutes. Don't want to compose myself. But also wanted to have an opportunity to chat for a little bit before we get started. Maybe just hit that button. So at least it gets to the start screen. Oh, it already, when he continues, it starts right there. Let me pause it then. Trying to see if there was anything else I was gonna say. Yeah, I just gotta finish. I wrapped up on the Will of the Blade thing, whatever you call it, Blade of Wills or something, where you're those domains. You go into that like one glowing blue mirror-like doorway and stuff. Then you got these challenges. You know, it helps you get primos. I just finished that yesterday because yesterday was the last day, so I rushed to finish it real quick, but I almost forgot about it. Now I just got the beetle one to deal with, and then I'm good. Yep. And then now I gotta go in, eventually go into Honkai Star Rail, and then take care of several things as well. It's all good in the neighborhood. It's all good in the neighborhood. You know, it's your thing. Yeah. Do what you want to do. That sounds like it's getting classic music's playing in my head, man. It's crazy. Okay. Sure you can hear me nice and clear. Good. Let me make sure. I'm going to make sure all my nice sound effects are on too. So if I want to activate them, of course, they'll be active just like that one. That's just my clue button, of course. I know sometimes I don't really activate it that much, but sometimes I like to. If I know I'm on a really good clue, somehow activate it. especially if I want to play like some mystery games down the road and stuff. Anyway, with it active, going into combat is always weakness advantage and reduces toughness, regardless of weakness effect. Being the character that started battle toughness, reducing damage. Being the character that started battle toughness, reducing damage, increased with number of blessings. That's very effective. That is very effective. Now, toughness reducing damage, toughness reducing damage, that's mostly referring to that break meter? The meter that usually you break through when you're trying to break their weakness? Is that usually what that refers to? Because I remember I kept seeing the word. I remember I would see, toughness reducing damage. But I was like, okay, is it trying to reduce the meter? Okay, that's what that was. Perfect. Okay. Because there was a tie into that somewhere. I just wasn't sure. So I wanted to make sure I got that right. Because I didn't want to get the wrong. I didn't want to understand the wrong way. Okay, good. I got it. Because the fact that you got Ron May, that tells me you got a really great advantage in SU right now. Doesn't mean I don't have any advantage or anything, because I still got like a couple of things now that I have to help me. Now, it's interesting, since we got a, what's his name? 5-star Dr. Ratio. I'm also curious about this Dr. Primitive guy. Sounds like he's kind of like smart guy like Dr. Ratio, but I don't know about his character. I don't know what his personality is, but like he'll be a character that we'll probably see later on. This Dr. Primitive guy. Sounds like a very interesting character. Very smart, because he seemed to know more about things that even Dr. Ratio learned from him about. So that just tells you he probably is very good intel kind of person. Anyway. Yeah, sounds like a very knowledgeable intel kind of guy, but I wonder what their character is going to be like. Hopefully they're not hopefully they're not like Dr. Ratio's character. You know. Maybe not so much like, maybe like a wise guy, but not like a wise guy, like smart out, like kind of like not like that. No, I'm sure this guy is probably wise. He probably knows more, but he might have a good attitude to things, perhaps. I don't know. But I may be mistaken. So we'll see when he comes. Dr. Primitive. Really sounds like an interesting character. Because he was mentioned during the whole thing with the Dr. Ratio quest and all that. So now that we have Dr. Ratio, his having test him out, he's like that guy that he's kind of like what was her name that just came out? Topaz. And I think also Shui. I think the Shui does this too, where like you activate, when you activate their skill or something. I think it's their skill, I believe, or alt or skill. It leaves a mark, so when another character attacks that enemy that has the mark or something, then the character who placed that mark, which would be Dr. Ratio, he'll throw his like chalk at them and all that. So, but it hits all the other enemies too. So it branches off. So I look at that as that's amazing advantage, but what are your thoughts about him in gameplay? Like, are you thinking of building him? If you haven't built him now, that's fine. But are you thinking of building him at some point, or? Because I'm thinking of building him as well. I still got to work on like sample count. I got a lot of characters I still got to work on, man. And even though I don't have Sealy, I do have Ching Chui, so I can build her and build my quantum team that way. So I'll be fine. You know, it just won't be with Sealy, but it's okay. I can still have a quantum team. But yeah, you will. Cool. Okay, let's see. This is like my current stuff right now. Yeah, this is the current combination I've been enjoying. Eventually, I'll figure out how to do the other combinations very well. But I need to get more of their skills and abilities and the upgrades and stuff like that. If I'm, you know, just to, and then like see like what I wanna, how I wanna go about this. So here's the plan. So I'm doing everything I can to make great progress as much as possible. This game. Hopefully to see how far, how much further I can get, because I definitely want to get to Odin. And then obviously we got Ultima. There's the marker I set. Yeah, I know I dealt with one, so let me make sure I remember what quest am I dealing with here. So I know there's so I gotta make for Tabor. Yeah, there's the northeast coast stuff I need to get, North Reach stuff, and then there's the rendezvous with goats in Dalamil. Join Rutherford at Martha's Rest. I got some of those things I gotta do.
Have you been to Tabor before?
There are a few places I haven't.
But I want to come here to Tabor. Yeah, so that's this area right here. I think that was a marker. There we go. Yeah, and then you got this area, stuff like that. Still want to investigate these places. Yeah. So I'm doing my best to want to progress, hopefully get closer to the end with this game. Now, I put a to be announced for the weekend. I don't know exactly what I want to do for the weekend, honestly. What I might be thinking of doing is do another. I actually want to do a just chat session, and with maybe a little bit of something different. You know, like maybe like do some little live sketchings as I talk and hang out.
Welcome,
you know,
travelers.
if I want to do a game and hang out, I mean, that's what I'll do. But if I do like some art while talking, that's what I'm thinking of doing. But I'll think it over. Or I have another idea in mind with another game that I might do. But once I decide, you'll see a notice for that eventually later on.
She awaits us within.
Okay. So what I decide to do with the game, it'll be up to me. Okay.
Here, take a look at my wares.
So all you got is a diamond sword, buddy. I already have that stuff. Yeah. What I'm doing is I'm just trying to build as much Jill as possible. Because I know it's kind of getting a little scarce trying to get a lot of Jill and they run out pretty fast. So, because a lot of stuff costs a lot. So I'm like, I'm just right now just focusing on building a lot. And then I might decide what I might actually sell down the road.
I feel like I fleshed 100 skins today.
Stay focused, will you? One slip of that scrape and the hunter's hard work will be for nothing.
Doing some skinning. Yeah, so I'm just looking around before I and so this part is blocked right now. Okay.
Yes, the finish is exquisite.
Oh, sorry. Just finishing loading the last of our wares. We'll be out of your way soon enough.
Guess that's halfway over there. Okay. It's like how convenient the ways are blocked. There we go. That's activated. And let me see what's up here. Oh, there's we got a ladder up there and all that.
Careful how you pack that leather. Any creases.
Alright, well, I'm gonna go to the main quest and then I'll explore the whole area.
My Lord Marquis, it is an honor. I am Yotei, Knight of the Undying, charged with the protection of His Grace Joshua Rosfield, Keeper of the Flame of the Phoenix.
Of course. It all makes sense now.
Would you care to elaborate?
Yes, do so elaborate, please.
Loyal servants to the ducal throne.
Really?
Or more specifically,
a member of the Undying, a secret society sworn to protect and serve the Rosfields of Rosaria, and the dominant of the Phoenix who is always born in their line. Ah. After her order rescued Joshua Rosfield from the ruins of Phoenix Gate and nursed him back to health, Jolt was tasked by her order to accompany and protect him on his journey to uncover the truth of Ultima. Wow. From the ruins of Phoenix Gate. Because remember, we saw it in ruins, so we thought he was dead, but he wasn't. I mean, him being the Phoenix, I mean. You would think, rise from the ashes, the Phoenix, resurrection. So, yeah, you would think maybe that might have been the reason why he was able to come back or survive or whatnot. I don't know how old she was when she found him, but yeah, so it says that she rescued him. So whatever age where she found him and in the ruins of Phoenix Gate and was the one who nursed him back to health. And since then, she's been accompanying and protecting him on his journey to uncover the truth of Ultima. And it's been years, and you see how old he is now. So you see how old so it's like, yeah. That's something. I mean, I don't know if she came by herself. Maybe she had some members with her, and they helped fish him out of there. I mean, but yeah, they're seriously want to protect and serve the Rosfield Rosaria, down to things who's always born in their line. I know you can run in the back of my mind and be like, oh, where have they been? Right? Well, yeah. Speaking of the Phoenix, it's also a key player in Final Fantasy XI. Oh, really? This Jote of the Undying is a key player in Final Fantasy XI? Or you said speaking of the Phoenix? Or is the Phoenix the key player you're talking about?
to its heir. They have served our family for generations, albeit from the shadows.
Since their inception,
Phoenix,
they have
okay.
been tasked with the preservation and enactment of the rites of ancestral communion. After the events at Phoenix Gate, it was the Undying who delivered me to safety. And since the day I left Rosaria, Yotei has been my constant companion and protector.
Yotei.
Without
Okay.
her sword, I wouldn't
Yeah,
have
so
survived
they
my
came
journey
and got her.
across the
Okay.
realm.
And then she was tasked to
Rise,
protect him on
Lady
his
Yotei.
journey. So once they got word that Phoenix
Save
Gate
my
has
brother.
fallen, they probably had
I owe
people
you a
come
debt
and
I can never repay.
scour to look
I
for
but
him,
did my duty.
see what happened, and then
Come
yeah, they found
Tell
him.
us what
and-
you've discovered.
Your Grace. It is as you feared. The vessel we spied off the coast of the Crystalline Dominion on the night of her fall. It was the Einherjar. Beyond any doubt.
The Black Galleon.
Joshua,
That would
The
be
Einherjar
relation
is the
to
Lord's
Odin's.
flagship. What business would they have in the Dominion?
Upon learning of Waloed's involvement in recent
I figured it would involve them. Oh, look, you got some more. You know, the Einherjar, that's a term I've heard in Norse mythology, to be honestly. I believe they're referred to as, hold on just a sec. In Norse mythology, the Einherjar, literally army. It literally means army of one. Those who fight alone are those who have died in battle and are brought to Valhalla by Valkyries. They're of the Norse mythology. In Valhalla, the Einherjar eat their fill of the nightly resurrection beasts, Zarnir, and Valkyries bring them mead from the other of the goat, Hjorun. Pretty much, they died, and now they're spirits, so they're brought to Valhalla by Valkyries, apparently. So it's like and then they're treated to meat and all that stuff in the afterlife. So yeah, that's Norse mythology. Interesting. It's kind of interesting. You see like how like it's funny. I've seen in Final Fantasy games where they add like a lot of from like religions to mythologies, like various writings, and they'll add like those references and to help with the design of their story, their characters, and the lore of the world, so to speak. But that's interesting. They made a reference to the Einherjar in Norse mythology with this fleet or whatnot, which is involving Waliod, I think. That's what it sounds like to me. But anyway, the Undying Order, the secretive order who serve the lords of Rosaria from the shadows. They revere the mighty Phoenix and its dominance, and once presided over the rites of ancestral communion at Phoenix Gate. Once presided over the rites of the ancestral communion at Phoenix Gate. Okay. Few outside the order know of its existence, even among the highest ranking members of Rosarian nobility. And to this very day, with Rosaria reduced to a mere imperial province, they continue to serve the rightful keeper of the flame, His Grace Joshua Rossfield. It's the name of one of Shalltear's skills in Overlord. Oh, the Einherjar. That's the name of his one of his skills. Interesting. Dominant of the Phoenix and younger brother of Clive. After surviving the disaster at Phoenix Gate, he defeated himself to uncovering the truth behind the emergence of the second icon of fire. With the help of the Undying, he obtained a copy of the Journal of Moss the Chronicler, from whose pages he learned of the existence of Ultima, the creature he was later to meet with and seal away inside himself in the sanctuary of Drake's Head. Now reunited with his brother, he and Clive fight as one to defeat Ultima and forge a new fate for mankind. Okay.
Sir Drake's Fang, I sensed the malign influence of Ultima, and bid Yotei and the Undying look into the matter.
We have reason to believe that the Black Galleon weighed anchor shortly after the fighting began, and set a course due south.
For Canva. Then it is Waloed knights who besiege the cities.
What is left of them? Yes. And the Black Galleon sails at but one man's behest. Barnabas Tharm.
Barnabas Tharm. The Republican Parliament. The highest council of government of the Republic of Damakia. 7 ministers are responsible for ruling the nation. After the death of Hugo Kupka and destruction of Drake's Fang, the Republic descended into chaos, and it fell to the ministers to pick up the pieces of their crumbling country. Most likely. Politics fell. It's up to those on the other side of the authority to have to try to pick up the pieces and try to reform, try to figure out what to do next. But they got all them problems, so they have to figure it out. Gotta work to do that. Creates a copy of her that has her stats, but can only attack. So it can only attack without skills. Okay. You can't use her skills. It just attacks. Gotcha. Gotcha. I don't know. It might be borrowing the concept of Einherjar and Northvidal in some way. Not sure.
But are we truly safe here in the Agora?
Wait, is it quiet? Huh? Hold on.
The city guard have been.
How come I'm not hearing anything? Wait. No, it's playing. Is my headphones okay? Something going on with my headphones. Hold it. Or some with the monitoring. Let me see what's going on here. Let me see if I'll play something. Let me see if I can hear it. Uh-oh. It is my headphones. Ah! Ah, what happened to my headphone? What's wrong with it? Did it disconnect? Let me see. Yeah, it disconnected. Why? That is strange. It just automatically disconnected my Bluetooth from my headphones. That's crazy. Okay.
Paid, if that's what you're implying.
Now let me get the monitoring back on. This is crazy. Why did it go off? Why did my headphones go off like that? Hello. Okay, there we go. Okay.
All the more reason for them to run.
Well, you are free to leave, Lord Minister.
Markets abandoned, warehouses aflame, blackened hulls choking every port in the capital. Canva is ruined.
Rome teeters on the brink of chaos, and all you can think about is commerce.
Forgive us. We were not aware Dhalmekia now subsisted on charity.
How dare you?
Oh. Uh-oh. Here they come.
Distinguished members of the council. You
As soon as you hear that scream, oh boy.
forgive His Majesty this intrusion.
What is the meaning of this?
A trifle crowded, but I fear it will have to serve, my liege.
Very well.
My colleagues, do you not see? The king, he has come to save us from the Akashic. He is a gift from the heavens, divine intervention, our very salvation.
That's for you. Sorry. That came out too sudden, though. I had it too loud. Let me turn it down.
Your ignorance unbecomes you.
I realized I had it at a higher note than I thought.
Your Majesty, correct me if I'm wrong.
But that's for you.
But I would swear that the fiends washing the cobbles of Canva with the blood of her citizens wear the colors of Waloed.
Because it got to even hit my ears. I was like, ah! It hit my ears.
So you do not deny it.
I didn't realize I had it too loud.
Better than, and see our guests to the dungeons.
So you got, let me pause this. So you got like 64% crit rate before Longevous Disciple. My goodness, bro. And I'm guessing you gave him 4-piece Longevous Disciple, I'm sure. Along with that. So now you got 64% crit rate and you got Longevous Disciple. Dude, you got it made, man. That's great. So that means now you could do so much more crit damage. honestly, I'm able to do crit damage with Blade 2 right now. It happens on it happens more often now. I think it's because, I mean, I only have his crit damage real up. I mean, the crit rate is not up to the percentage that you have yours. It's not even at 50%, but I'm still able to get tons of damage. I think it's because, you know, I built his traces. I'm getting all those things done. And then of course I'm making sure his relics are really in good standing. Which so far looks like it's good enough, but I still got to work on this spear and rope. Hope maybe make some changes there. But once I tweak those things around, he'll still be good. But yeah, you got it now where you could do it a ton of damage more often because you now have his crit rate above 50%. So that's great, bro. Congrats. Uh-oh, this guy about to be confronted. He about to be confronted, but he got something. He about to.
Enough.
They didn't even stand a chance.
Pathetic creatures.
He just killed all of them. I just saw them in the chair slump over.
Imagine yourselves worthy of salvation.
Yeah, he just killed all of them.
The girl is still here, somewhere in the city. Her consciousness fair dripping with her late father's hubris.
The cool part is I learned that I get to have that blade he just used once I get him. Because I saw a glimpse of my brother playing with the Odin
yes, Your Majesty.
Formation. You get to have that type of weapon, and it's tight.
Come, Mythos.
So he's aware and he serves Mythos.
Surely the prince's light cannot have sated you.
She just killed all of them. Just one. One slash. You could say Zanketsu. Well, not some sort of. No, actually, I've seen a glimpse of it in action in this game, dude. Once I get him, it's gonna be tight, doing what he could do. Mythos, the name by which Ultima addresses Clive. It appears to be his title for the vessel for limitless power that he means to make of the young Lord Marquis. The being identifies Clive as the Mythos. He has long sought by virtue of his awakening as the dominant of Ifrit, and having the power to absorb the aether of other Eikons. And in the Canver City Guard, a private military force employed to keep the peace in the free cities of Canver. The Guard is paid for by the cities as merchants and tradespeople, and is employed in the absence of an official state army. Its duties mainly consist of patrolling and maintaining order within the city walls. Yeah, he got them all, even those in the chairs, man. That tells you how far his blade can cut. But I thought the chairs would cut in half as a result.
How long has Waloed been under Ultima's control?
Well, no, it just extended the cut.
How long indeed?
To them.
Based on what we know of Barnabas's actions, I would guess some few years, mayhap more.
You know, he does kind of look.
What does Ultima want?
If his hair gets a little close to Clive, he could kind of look. He does kind of look close to him in a way. Now that you mention it. But he's next, man. And then so is his servant buddy right there. We're probably going to fight his servant buddy first and then him. That's probably what's going to happen.
By the flames.
Phoenix Gate, Drake's Breath, and now here.
Yeah, that same image.
It is old, ancient, even. Naught remains of the faith it represents, save...
Let's see anything else. Okay.
What can be gleaned from the image itself.
Mm-hmm.
None could tell me what the one in the apothecary meant. Even the Undying. But I believe it may be the key to discerning Ultima's purpose. That figure in the center, the one beneath whom the Eikons congregate, that I believe to be Ultima. He is a god, or at least godlike. His very existence beyond our ken. The Eikons, and by extension their dominance, are meant to be his subjects, and while some, like Barnabas, have accepted this role, others have rejected it, like you, Clive, which is rather inconvenient, as it appears he needs you most of all.
Exactly.
And gods don't like to be disobeyed.
No, I don't suppose they do.
Yeah. Ironically, yes.
Clive, may I tell you a tale of the lake?
This particular one is willing to do whatever it takes, even if it means causing a cloud of Akashic to appear.
To the free cities.
Pretty much causing chaos and everything just to get him.
Watch over those Clive has made his wards.
To accept his so-called destiny that God, this God, or whatever this Ultima is, claims to be directing. So if this thing is a supposed God, I'm really curious about its history.
But it is my duty to...
That's what I'm really curious about.
Remember.
History of this thing.
If that is your wish, Your Grace. But please be safe. If aught were to befall you...
before Fushuan skill and any other sources... Any other sources outside him. You said it's before Fushuan skill? Oh, what do you mean? Well, I don't think I understand what you mean. Well, you say before Fushuan skill and any other sources outside. Oh, no, I get what you're saying. It sets before. Yeah, now I get what you're saying. It sets. It's there before you even activate Fushuan skill and any other outside sources to increase it. Which doubles and triples it, which is great. That's why I like having Fushuan in the party. Fushuan has saved my behind in so many fights because of how much he's a tank enduring so much damage. It's just phenomenal. I'm so glad I have her. Her skill gives 12%. So that's just adding to the stack of the 64%. Now imagine if you had another character that might add more. I mean, just think about that, man. Like, you be just... You're guaranteed to constantly just have...
And I her, which is why I had to let her go.
Let's go around in here. Encyclopedia Valestian Fabulosity. Pentateuch of the Crystalline Orthodoxy. So must be some sort of belief of Gregor Church. Okay. The ledgers of Gilbar the Great Lender, the collected hymns of Gregor. They do speak of some other particular god called Gregor. I don't know if this god has a form or if this is supposed to be the god that certain monasteries, certain places believe in this world of Final Fantasy 16. So it sounds like this Gregor might be another particular god of some kind that they claim to worship or something. But anyway,
beckons. Who among you is bold enough to heed her call?
At this point, I'd rather crit damage.
What brings you to our humble village, young man? If it's our artisans you're here to see, then please. But do try not to interrupt their work.
See what you got going on.
Is that blade for hire, perchance? Because I have a mind to make a killing.
Figuratively, I hope.
Well, yes and no. A passing caravan carried with it a rumor most fortuitous.
I mean, technically, you don't really have to have Fushuan in the party to do the crit damage anyway. That's just if you want an extra crit rate percent. But because you're already past 50%, I think you're good enough. That's just if you want to stack on a little more.
Hide of phenomenal value.
A hide you want to sell?
Wait, doesn't she add crit rate and crit damage, or just crit rate and then other stuff? I know she increases your HP and has crit rate, but I don't know if she adds anything else.
Is a rare thing indeed.
And then, of course, crowd control. But I'm trying to remember there was another stat she built up.
Now, that would fetch such coin that Gilbert himself might weep with envy.
Just a sec.
Bring me that beast's skin, and I will share with you the bounty of our combined labors.
All right. I'll hunt your Evis.
Of course you will.
Oh, I see.
When one lives in such troubled times,
It's an idol in. I was just looking at. I was looking it up. It's an idol in.
Through the east gate, but take the
yeah,
path that branches
E1. There we
west.
go.
Once you reach the
I was looking it up myself.
You're a mere stone's throw from the fields of Carava.
Okay.
I eagerly await your safe and, above all, triumphant return.
Yeah, if she's E1, then you would add the crit damage, which makes sense. I mean, yeah, so E0, she will increase the crit rate, she will damage reduction, and then, of course, max HP increase. But when it comes to, like, crit damage increase, that's if you get her E1.
A fortune in
which I
skin
didn't
and
get,
scale
so.
awaits any man with the will to claim it for his own. Leave Tabor by that path and venture west. The ancient beast roams the fields of Carava, not far from the Toveni Gate.
Alright, let me just wander around, see what's around here.
Here's the scraps you were after.
Thanks. Can't do without them.
You can go inside if you want, but stay quiet.
Yeah, they're polishing the stones for shipment. Any sudden noises and they might drop one.
These aren't ready for sale, if that's what you're thinking. And I'll thank you to keep your hands to yourself.
Okay, no problem.
Decent quarry's been hard to find since the sky's turned.
And some magic
Yes,
ash.
indeed. Can't blame the beasts for being on edge.
Thank you for the deal, egg, mister. Mummy made a pottage from it.
Sounds delicious. Perhaps you'll invite me round to try it next time.
Oh, that's cute. So you mind me in stone or something. Just thinking of a party. I want to finish building Ronmei, then Bronya. Just thinking of a party of Fushuan, Ronmei, Bronya, and Blade. Ooh. Especially with Bronya in the team. Or change Blade to another DPS.
Have you noticed the Elder has been
Well,
coughing
you could definitely keep Blade if you want it, especially with his crit rate being the way it is now. But like, if you could think of another DPS you have that you have built, or maybe you haven't, then you can work on that. Just have that for your team.
You wouldn't happen to have a decent whetstone in there, would you?
I'm sure I can find you something. All of these stones have a good bit of diamond dust in them. That'll see your sword sharp, all right.
So it's these stones to Canva, and the rest of the boxes to Dalaman.
There's some goblin coins. So I like to do a lot of wool creation and wool forming, and maybe like a little trading or whatnot. I mean, well, not in some places because they're working, but yeah. This is what's going on around here.
Why won't the sky go back to how it was? I don't like it.
Nor do I, dearie. In all my long years, I've never seen such a thing.
Excuse me. Yeah, Dr. Ratio sounds like he could be DPS potential.
That Cyril fellow's an odd
I think most characters in Honkai Star Rail could be considered DPS potential if you figure out how you're gonna approach the building and strategy of using them with a certain team, that you could do it. Excuse me. Well,
How are those new boots treating you?
They're fantastic.
Soft as phoenix down, but tough as boiled bone.
You there! This... Finally, no one was paying me the slightest heed.
Is something wrong?
At the university, the students would hang on my every word. Sadly, this far from home, I'm just a vagrant greybeard.
The university? You're a scholar.
A specialist in ancient cultures. The most accomplished in all Valisthea, some have said. Not that I look the part in these tattered rags. In my heyday, no obstacle could have kept me from my studies. Yet here I am, a wizened windbag, bested by the many steps of Tabor. The answers I seek lie just beyond my enfeebled reach. Would you do an old man a kindness and brave the stairs in my stead? You'll be amply rewarded, of course.